Hi, my name is Josh Burford. I work at the University of Alabama, where I teach in the American Studies Department and work with minority students. I came to the Denver Zine Library world in kind of a roundabout way. I found a copy of Short and Queer #1 at an indie bookstore in Pensacola while on vacation with my parents. It was called Subterranean Books. And I asked for something interesting that was related to trans community and queer identity, and they said, "Oh, you need to read this zine, it's called Short and Queer." And so I picked it up, I went home, read it a couple of 300-400 times, and then sent Kelly an email that said this really random, "Hey, you don't know who I am, but I'm interested in trans zine work, and I'm interested in queer community, and I'm at the University of Alabama, and so what can you help me with?" And then within a week, I get an email back from Kelly, super sweet, embraces me totally, and then helps me to sort of start this zine journey that I'm on here, going from someone who just reads zines to someone who's now using zines in my classes. So with the help of the Denver Zine Library and with Kelly's help, I've been able to integrate zine work directly into my classroom. And so now I have my students produce zines about their own experiences in the South, and about their experiences as queer students, and about their experiences as students of color, and all kinds of points of view. And I've used them in classes with honors kids, and with first generation students, and with freshmen. And every year, the students have a total and complete freak out about having to put their own words and their own images into something that people will read. But over the years, my students have produced really amazing things, and I discovered, with Kelly's help, that allowing my students, especially my queer students, to have a place to talk about their own experiences in the South, and being queer, and being all kinds of different identities, that they were able for the first time ever to articulate something about themselves that they didn't even know they could. And so it's been really amazing. And so the first year I did a zine with my students, with my friend Sophie Jones, who runs the local zine called the Sinister Compendium. She helped me to produce this zine, which is the work of all of my students, and then a little something from me, too, talking about what it means to do zine work in the classroom. And this zine got sent out to a couple thousand people, and my students just had a complete fit about it. They loved it. And this is in fall of 2008. Since then, my students have produced a couple of hundred zines, and actually just recently have decided in the last class that I taught that they want to open up a distro too, so they can put their zines out for other people to read. All this with the help of Denver Zine. And Kelly told me that he always loves when a little packet would come in the mail, stamped University of Alabama, with a big pile of my students' zines in it. And so my students love the fact that now somebody somewhere, hopefully, pulls out a copy of their zine about being in Alabama, about being queer, about being all kinds of different people, and knowing that they're reading that experience. The first time I went to Denver, the first place I went was Denver Zine Library in their old space, and walked in and sort of introduced myself kind of shyly, not really feeling like a zine insider since I just read them and I never made any of my own. It was made to feel totally at home. And ever since then, Kelly has become a really important friend to me, and the Denver Zine Library has become a really important part of the work that we do here in Alabama. Even so much as inspiring us to create a new zine archive here called the Radical South Zine Archive, which will hopefully, once it's up and running, and we've got a couple of hundred donations already to the collection, will be a place where we can house Southern zine experience here in the South, because there's people doing really good work all over the South. And so support the Denver Zine Library, the work that they're doing, and Kelly, keep up the good work, and we'll keep sending you zines from Alabama. Thanks.